So, guys, without further ado, let us welcome Ulas from NFT Horizon. These guys are doing great work for the Wax community. They're our newest Our Planet ambassador. They were announced this month. Uh, they may have been our Planet ambassador last month too. These guys have been doing great work for us the whole time and for the Wax community. So let's welcome Ulas from NFT Horizon. Ulas, can you hear me?
So, yes, hello everybody, and once thank you for having us in here.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for joining us. You guys are a real gem for the Wax community. You guys have been here since the beginning, doing a lot of media work, helping advertise, helping get the word out about all these projects, about the events that are happening. So yeah, we appreciate what you guys do. So yeah, first before we jump into the interview, why don't you take a minute, introduce yourself, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your a little bit about your background and what got you interested in NFTs in the first place and how long you've been in the space and what do you find most interesting about the play to earn space and NFTs and gaming all around.
Yes, yes. So actually, our background is, I mean, my expertise coming from the AI. So I graduated from the computer engineering. So actually, when we first met with the NFTs a couple of years ago, uh, of course we think like that. Creating some D app, of course, some maybe the gaming D app, or that kind of some platform that based on the technology. But before doing that, I mean, as my understanding, I mean, the Web3 is, of course, the web a little different from the Web2 world, right? So there's very organic space in here. So actually, we want to first meet with the community and all the brands on the chains, and we understand that the dynamics of the ecosystem, and we want to learn about what is the um, what is the missing part of the ecosystem. So we want to go hard with bullish with that part. So as we first interact, I mean, we think that media platform is the best option for doing that, and as much as also, I mean, at the year before, the media is also the missing part of the ecosystem, because I mean, everyone is know about the chains, right? Like Solana, Wax, and Polygon, and other chains, but actually people not care about the chain itself. I mean, people care about the DS, right? So
Right.
actually, of course, we are. I mean, lots of the people in here also familiar with all the blockchain stuff, but when we think about the mass adoption, I mean, we need to focus also the general entry users, right? And we need some hub, and we need some media spaces that explain the whole ecosystem at one place. So we try to do that, and we try to become a hub. So when the new user can come into the ecosystem, they can we try that they can easily understand what is going on in a all for the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely,
So,
man.
and
Yeah.
for the gaming part, actually I am the OP skins users earlier. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
like 20. Yes. So actually, this is very historical moment for me to. Actually, I didn't know about the wax when I first met with the chain. I mean, I didn't know the background of the chain. So when I learned it, I mean, it is really give me a different feeling about the whole things. I mean, it is like a puzzle, and all the puzzle pieces just match for me.
Yeah, wow. So you're OG, man. You've been using the all going all the way back to OP skins. That's pretty cool,
Yes,
man.
yes,
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, Wax obviously they have their beginnings going all the way back to the digital asset space. Really since since there before there was any such thing as digital assets, these guys were pioneers. William Quigley and Yantis and these guys were really pioneers in the space, and so yeah, they've been part of the digital asset space and digital asset marketplaces from the very beginning. So of course, and for those of you who don't know, Wax, of course, these guys started with the idea of being on Ethereum, and like Ulas was just saying, there was, of course, people early on, uh, you know, like a lot of people don't care, aren't as worried about the technology underneath, right? They just want something that works, and so of course the people who, you know, really were driving the space, and William Quigley knew that Ethereum wasn't going to work for the kind of marketplace that they were envisioning for true mass adoption. Obviously now years later we have all these L2s that are trying to basically solve that, but Wax was basically right from the beginning purpose built to be to be used by the masses, to be able to support a large number of transactions per second, and actually be able to handle the weight of a lot of users simultaneously trying to transact. And obviously having a model where there's no transaction fee was also, I think, really, what really changed the game. Obviously, I think the world is still yet to wake up to this. I think we're still very small and very niche, but that's of course, like, like Ulas, like you were just saying, as people come and as mass adoption is starting to happen, people are going to be looking to sites like yours to be learning about these ecosystems. People still, for the most part, in the mainstream, don't really know about Wax, don't know about Waxes, don't know about the apps on Wax or the play to earn space in general. So yeah, you're doing great work. Why don't you tell us a little bit about NFT Horizon specifically, more about that hub and what you guys are trying to achieve, and then we can take a look at your website too, and you can walk us through some of the features maybe on there, for people who are not familiar with it.
Yes, yes, that will be great. So actually, we did lots of revision for a year for on our website, and all the tools that we developed and all the things that we show on our website. So we try to understand what is the most needing part of the community. So we do lots of survey. We search about what is people most curious about. So we try to make a revision according to that information. So I believe that one of the main thing is that in here is the weekly schedule. I also see lots of different media platforms doing some drop pages and other things, but creating a weekly schedule, it is something like it shows that every week, I mean, what is going on in that ecosystem, and it brings it makes it creates something like to change something like a home, and or some place in the city, like I mean some living city. I mean the every week, I mean what is going on, not only drops, I mean the events, even the conferences. I mean we especially for that, I mean we try to work a lot hard to what kind of design that we can use to bring all this information in a just single image, because we need to tell all of this information with just one image, so we can just spread it more quickly. So we create some upcoming section, and we try different design for the weekly schedule. Maybe it is a little bit hard to read, but I believe that the advantage part is more important here. So we try to bring all of the ecosystem events in a single page. So this is, I believe, important. And besides that, we have in-source developed reminder system. I believe this is also important because, as you know, last year there's not much brand on the chains, right? I mean, people can easily track the announcements. I mean, the people can search about. No, 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 no problem. So what I mean is that the last year, I mean, people can easily track everything in the ecosystem with easily. I mean, they can search about the announcement, they can search about the team easily, and they will do the math for the economy of the game. I mean, but but today, actually, even in the one day, I mean, like 10 or a couple of thousands new brands just popping up. I mean, it is really hard to keep all of these announcements and other things. So and lots of the people just miss some events and drops. So we just developed some reminder system for free for the community, so people can just add their Google Calendar or the email those events. So it will just remind right before the event. So I believe this is also important. And besides that, I mean, the quick facts is the important type of blog post that we create, because it. I mean, it is just show in a 2 or 3 minutes read time. It will tell all of the important topics about the project. I mean, so of course, I believe that the I believe that the the real investors need to search about all of the announcements or all of the other things as well. They need to go much deeper, but at least we can give some surface information from the brand about all of the topics with quick facts. Uh, I know the many people not familiar. I mean, not want to read lots of the posts right now, but I guess 2 minutes or 3 minutes to understand the project. I believe this is worth of reading. So other than that, actually, we are running lots of operation as a Wax ambassador in Turkey as well. I mean, just today we just landed from the conference from the Istanbul. It is one of the biggest conference for gaming ecosystem. I mean, not for directly blockchain, but they have some metaverse section as well. So actually, we try to understand current gaming ecosystem opinion on that kind of stuff. I mean, Web3 or blockchain, and we try to tell them about the Wax and Web3 and all the blockchain stuff. So we are searching for more collaboration between the brands that making a great job in terms of gaming. So we want to try that bridge between the Wax ecosystem and the gaming brands. I mean, I believe that it is really important that if we see more solid games in the space, I believe um, this is also make our community uh, better in a short period of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I forgot you had actually mentioned to me you were going to that conference. We had talked about it a little bit a few weeks ago when we spoke last time. Why don't you tell us quickly about what that conference was and what you were doing there? I know you were kind of representing Wax a little bit. I know you were of course representing NFT Horizon, and I know of course you guys are representing all kinds of NFT spaces. But tell us a little bit about the conference and how did it go? And then we actually had a question pop in from the chat from Dragon. He wanted to know, is Wax popular in Turkey? Like, do you see
Yes.
a lot of people in Turkey that know about Wax, or is it gaining adoption quickly?
Actually, this is a two-sided question. I mean, this question has two sides. Actually, uh, for the community part, actually, Turkey is a very specific country because actually, Turkey is the has the youngest community in the Europe. I mean, this is very critical part, I believe. And so, besides that, I mean, the community of the Turkey in the blockchain and NFT ecosystem is huge, actually. I just look. I also checked the other chain communities. I mean, the Turkish community is huge there as well. I mean, for the Wax part, of course, I mean it is not well known in Turkey, but we have a community for Wax in Turkey as well. I mean, and this is not a small community. But for the brand part, I mean, for the gaming companies, actually, uh, they didn't know anything about Wax or especially for the gaming ecosystem in the blockchain. Actually, this is why going so I mean putting so effort to explain all of the stuff in here about the bugs and the opportunity in here and all of the utility benefits and the chain benefits. I mean, we try to do that in here.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you were mentioning before the calendar that you guys put out. So why don't we just bring up the site so you can actually walk us through a little bit. Uh, this is one of the services that you guys provide right from the beginning that we were really stoked about. Being able to have a one-stop shop where basically all of the wax projects can sort of advertise when their events are happening, when their drops are happening, minting, whatever. Obviously, back in the day, it used to be we could just post. There was one Telegram group and everybody could follow what was going on. But of course, now with there's so many projects on Wax. I mean, in fact, there's a couple new ones that just popped up that I had never even heard of that seemed like they're doing really cool stuff. And I was just reading about the SDK being opened up, Atomic Hub, and there's just going to be more AAA games that are going to be able to use Wax, and I think a lot of game dev studios will start to take advantage of that soon. So, yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about? I know you mentioned the calendar before, and I actually brought that up. We can see that now on the stream. Um, Tell us a little bit about these services that you guys provide. It's a wonderful service. Obviously, the whole Wax community, I'm sure, is very thankful to have this. And tell us a little bit about what you guys do on your site beside the calendar, and what other services you guys provide as a media company.
Yes. So the right under the the weekly schedule, actually, we have the day by day the event reminder. So you can you can check there. So actually, this is also beneficial for the brand part because I mean, uh, if more user will use this feature, I mean, we also collect some analytics and we will show them to the brands, so brands can understand. I mean, how many people will waiting for their drop or events, right? So I believe that this is beneficial for the two sides. So if you, I mean, you need one-time register for our website to use that service because I mean it used the email, so you need to register to our website. So and for the Google Calendar part, you need to give just one-time permission. And I believe this is important because we check lots of third-party services that showing this kind of utility, but they are only doing this. They just migrate forwarding to you to the calendar page and just fulfill the information for you for every event that you want to add your calendar. I mean, each time you are just forwarding to the calendar service, and you cannot delete that directly through the websites, so or third party services. So with just one time registering and one time giving a permission to the calendar part, you can easily delete or add any event you want without leaving our website. I believe this is also important for the user experience. So right under that, I mean, you can easily see the blog post types there on our website. So we are giving, I mean, we are trying to create some general articles because I believe that maybe lots of the people think about that we already know lots of the stuff there, but I mean, I believe that every time the new people enter the space, they need to learn about some basic things as well. So I believe that newbie blogs are also important for the general articles or the general stuff is also important. So I mean, we created something like the Netflix stuff in the quick text type. Maybe you can just going a little down so we
Sure,
can also show
sure. Yeah, of
those
course.
parts.
So I see here you break down the schedules by week. That's pretty sweet.
So I just want to I just want to don't jump there because the schedule part is also important because I mean people can easily can access to the brands that have events on this week. I mean they can easily access the Twitter, Telegram, Discord, or websites. I mean this is also important for direct access to event holders. I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even notice you had all this information on there. This is actually really great. Like you said, it's every all the links to the website, their Telegram, their Twitter, which obviously is really important to make sure that you're following correct links. Obviously there's scams that happen. People try to drop things. We don't have to worry about that much in our community as some other communities, but it's still important to be able to find in one place all of the not only the drops but have all of the actual correct verified links listed right with that. So yeah, you have such an extensive list here. It goes by week, and then you click on the week and you can see every single day what's happening. This is really great, man. This is you guys do put out a great service here.
Thank you, boss. Actually, there's lots of thing to do on our table for this kind of to expand to this kind of features. I mean, we are working hard to bring much more feature because uh, actually people. I mean, how can people learn about the projects on the chain? I mean, maybe they can use uh, some websites like showing the analytics, right? But actually, if the project is not listed on there, they cannot see the project. I mean, and the analytic pages, I mean, the analytic brands, the websites, actually they are not bringing all of the brands directly. I mean, they have some such a hard process to take. So for the other option is that the marketplaces, right? People can easily track some brands that achieve some volume, but they depends on the volume, right? I mean, there's lots of other metrics that we need to look. Of course, the marketplace is not responsible for that part. The volume, I believe, is a good metric for the representing the brands on the marketplace. But as a media, I believe that the event holders is the key part. I mean, if you hold the event in this week, okay, so you are active, so you have some active community or you have a active team to bring some events. So you need to represent it on here.
Right, right. So let's also take a look at. I was just kind of poking around your site, and I noticed that you have all these links to articles and stuff as well. So are these articles that you guys are curating yourself, or are you scouring the internet and basically trying to just find NFT related content? Or are these posts that you guys are doing these under these recent posts? Is this connected to your Medium page? And is this something where basically if teams put out articles like if we can our planet had put out like we just put out an article this week about our upcoming sale coming up. Is that something that you post up on your site as well?
Yes, yes, of course, yes, we can do that. Um,
Awesome.
so, so there's a question. I mean, the Telegram bot. I mean, actually, we don't have any Telegram bot yet. I guess at the first space, like last year, Telegram is very active space, the platform for the community. But we all migrate to the Discord, and I believe that uh, the keeping people on the website is also important. I mean, they interact the other news and other things as well. So this is why we are mainly focusing on the website for the reminder system. So it also has some lots of background coding on all of this stuff. So, but of course, maybe we can. I see that lots of drop reminder also in the Discord and the Telegram. Maybe we can expand this feature in those areas as well.
That's awesome. We just had another follower pop in as well. I don't know if you guys heard that. So yeah, Ulas, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your site? I of course opened it right up, and we see this main feature. Of course, is the calendar, but I see also on here you have your collection. Do you want to talk about your NFTs, the roadmap, any of the tools? Um, these are actually some great looking NFTs. Do You want to
Yes.
tell us a little bit about your actual project, and also I noticed you have this cool sort of like Greek looking motif. We briefly talked about this in the interview before. If you want to tell everybody kind of how you came up with this art style, I think it's really cool. Um, and tell us a little bit about. I see you have your roadmap listed as well. So if you just want to tell everyone about your project, now's the time to shill it.
Um, yes. Okay. So actually, why we are focusing on the Greek mythology? Maybe this can be the question that not revealed on the our side. So uh, I believe that first of all, this is very. I mean, the statue things and all of the items on the from the Greek mythology is very. I mean, artistic looking. So and as we are in the NFT space, I believe that we cannot tolerate the art part. I mean, I believe that we can also need to put an effort for the art, right? Because of course we are in the gaming and the NFT space, but we are also in the NFT space, so art is also important. So I believe that this is more artistic looking. So for the collection part, actually, I mean, we are not new in the space, right? I mean, we can directly go with the gaming stuff or the other things, but we don't want to create that some project that we don't really believe. So, but meanwhile, we also do some things. So we decide to try something different. I mean, we try to tokenize the literature. So actually, we want to show that the NFT capability. So I mean, even if the gaming, of course, in the gaming, the other, I mean, the media files for the art part, you can directly tokenize or you can directly migrate to the NFT space, but you can also migrate from the literature space. I mean, we want. Uh, I don't know you are familiar with this. Uh, you know the Game of Thrones. I mean, did you watch the Game of Thrones series?
Of course, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan myself.
Yeah. Yes, actually, there's a different series about the Game of Thrones in the YouTube. I mean, the history of the Game of Thrones. Actually, the main characters is giving a speech about the history of the Game of Thrones. I mean, uh, they are telling the history of the Game of Thrones in their eyes. I mean, they are telling the story. I mean, the series is all about showing the same story from the different eyes of the different characters. So actually, I believe that this is cool. So we want to tell a Troy War story from different eyes. I mean, from different characters, different gods, and uh, different people. So we have two media files on our NFTs, and one for the character, and one for the story part. I mean, the story part is telling the history from that part of the story from the character eyes, and of course, I mean, we are in the gaming space, right? And Wax is all about the utility, right? And maybe a little bit for the passive income, right? So I mean, we want to back our collection with the solid project. So I mean, of course, the it is hard to find a solid project for the space right now. Of course, I can give some of them. Like we are also we try also work with different grants for to bring some value in here as well. But it is really hard to find the solid projects. But we invest lots of different projects and we create some passive income from there to our holders. I mean, not all of the holders, actually, the specific holders that create the sets with our cards. I mean, set is not a is not a complex thing. I mean, if you hold specific cards in your wallet, I mean, we are just distribute the set rewards. Of course, until now, I mean, we distribute like 8 months. I believe that I mean we distribute much more money to that we bring from the drops. I mean, this is important because lots of the game is not doing that. I mean, we are not a game, and we didn't collect that kind of huge funding, but we try to make our followers happy, and we try to make our collection has some utility in the background, in the passive income.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, bringing value back to your collection holders, is key. And I think obviously, part of the reason why we had you on is you're an Our Planet ambassador now, and that comes along with
Yes,
a vote for Aether to have your collection be staked on Our Planet. So that goes to show that you're working hard for your community to bridge to other communities and to bring value to your collection. In any way that you can. And so obviously, yeah, that shows that you really are trying to drive
yes.
value to your collection.
Actually, this is the next thing that I am talking. Actually, we just closed those set rewards that because those brands is not. I mean, those sets is not maintained anymore, and we want to some. Of course, we always focus on the project that we believe in. So I believe that we are always a fan of the Our Planet from the very beginning. I mean, we are the very we are with the Our Planet community with the very beginning. I mean, we also directly create before our NFT Horizon born. I mean, we just create the Our Planet Turkey community. So I believe uh, um, Our Planet is one of the great project because I believe that people need to more need to search about the team. I mean, what I mean those team will not will just did earlier. I mean maybe lots of the people not familiar about the prospectors. I mean you already. I mean in the last year as we see. I mean you already created your game. I mean you already did that. I mean I believe this kind of metrics is also very important, and this is also what we see in the Splinterlands as well. I mean, the last year just a couple of thousand people in the Splinterlands, but we see that they already developed the game, and it is an entertainment game and up and running. And I call this kind of situation as an opportunity. So I believe this kind of metrics is important. But I believe we are still very early phase of the in terms of anything. I mean, in terms of knowledge as well. I mean, people still giving a huge interest for the for the just click based games without maybe no team info revealed. I mean, this is actually our job as well as a media platform. I mean, sometimes people get angry about us as well. I mean, why are just making some content with this brand? I mean, actually, our our role is not promoting the brands. Actually, we are not promoters. I mean, we just want to give the information about the project, so you didn't lose your time. So our idea is that we are doing your job to analyze the project, and we are just showing that analyze to you. I mean, we are just bridges, so you just take that bridge, understand the project. Maybe you want to turn back. I mean, it is up to you. I mean, so people need to understand that. I mean, even if the marketplaces, I mean, there's lots of verification things going there, but as you see, lots of the whitelisting or delisting. I mean, there's lots of things going on in the space, right? There's still very early phase. I mean, that even in the marketplaces cannot handle the which projects will be the solid one, which projects will not do some scam things or other things. I mean, this is still an early stage. So uh, actually, we also do some filters, but actually we don't have actually much have power on the brands because marketplaces have that power because they have some verification system. But if we say that okay, we will not list, we will not make some content for you. Maybe some of the brands is not care about that. So I mean, uh, we have some filters, but I believe there is much more job. Is I mean, marketplaces have much more opportunity to handle that kind of things.
Yeah, absolutely. There's obviously a lot of room for improvement. Like you were saying, yeah, there's obviously a lot of responsibility on and a lot of weight placed on these marketplaces. Like a lot of people put a lot of weight into Atomic Hub and whether or not a project is whitelisted, and obviously those guys are doing the best they can to vet projects or
Yes,
whatever.
of course. Yes.
But yeah, like you said, it's very early. It's very difficult still to do it, and obviously. And that's obviously where a hub like what you guys provide too can really come in handy because obviously the community and as you mentioned, looking out for teams that are proven, like we can, like you mentioned, we created prospectors, maybe 4 years ago now. I think in 2018 we dropped on EOS blockchain. And so teams that have a proven track record of actually delivering games that actually work, and have long track records of delivering, and like you said, there's obviously so many games that just kind of pop up with these very click baby style games, and there's of course these rug pulls and everything else that people have to be looking out for. So yeah, it's being able to come together as a community and being able to have information in one place where people can trust is of course very important. So yeah, I see a lot of value in what you guys are doing and creating a hub like this. So do you want to tell us about go over the roadmap for your NFT collection and what this project that you guys are building, when you plan on moving forward with the different phases of this?
Yes, yes. Actually, and for the part that we talk about for the marketplaces, actually they are of course not directly responsible for the anything, but actually they are socially responsible for the make safe our community as much as we are responsible for socially. I mean, for the roadmap part, okay, I'm jumping to roadmap part. So actually, we are still early phase of the chapter because we divided the story of the Troy War to the parts, and each part is a different time zone for the historical events. So actually, we already published lots of the cards. Lots of the characters because of the nearly all of the characters is actually interact in the historical part, in the first part of the history. So this is why we publish lots of the character in the first part. So our roadmap actually our new card is ready, but actually we are not making drop with those characters because actually we can do that, but we don't want to do that because, as I mentioned, we are just backed our collection with some solid projects, right? And our planet currently is the one of them. So as soon as as soon as we can add more project to support our collection, we will um, keep the works in here back. We will keep working back on that part. Of course, we are working in the background for the deciding that because every character have some rarity, and we should need to design all of them because every one of them have some um, need to have some values between us, between the rarity. Between the our planet staking is also important, and each card has some staking power. So we need to design all of them very solid. So we don't want to mass directly just making a new drop and new drop and new drop. So we want to go. We are like a slow burn movie, but at the end, I believe we believe that this is also important because as we see, our card is still holding the value that we bring in the first place. So I mean, it is really hard to keep those value for such a period of time. So we try to keep those value in the next period as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I was just kind of going through while you were talking about these different, just about the roadmap, showing the different reward values of your NFTs, and yeah, of course, that's the name of the game, right? Trying to create value and try to keep the value of the NFTs, so that people, so you're not diluting the value, and so of course, uh, to try to create a game or a system that people are interested in, and aren't just trying to dump the NFTs or paper hand them, that actually want to see it through and see the vision with you. So looks like you guys did a lot of really good work. This is the first time I've really actually seen your roadmap and your whole collection laid out like this. Um, the
Actually,
exact
maybe you can check the card description. So maybe I can say a couple of things on it.
Of course.
Um,
So yeah, tell us about this, because
so
I did notice these. There's this. I noticed this sort of number up in the corner, of course, when we were looking at the collection. So tell us a little bit about the descriptions and how this metadata will play into the mechanics of what you guys are building.
yes, actually, as I said, we have the two media files, and the one of them, the second one is about the story part, and and the and the edges and the corner of the cards is actually showing the rarity of the card, and we have name and the part, and we are still in the part one. And I also want to mention that, I mean, in uh, as in the one of the Discord, I mean, some people ask about some opinion about the article. I mean, actually, I don't have any idea about that article. Of course, I am reading it, but actually, we have a huge team in the background. I mean, we have a team of 10 people in NFT Horizon. But of course, I mean, as people see me in all the channels and all the servers, I mean, they are just popping every question to me. And I also want to mention that for the art part, actually we are working, our teams have lots of different designers. I mean, this card is just ending up with the three different artists. So actually one of them is the character designer, and we have two other designers to bring the all together this artwork actually. So actually, this is a we have a great workload in the background as well for both the art part, for the blog part, or the media part, and the leading part. And we are also I also want to say that, I mean, we are running lots of collaboration in the background to bring different utilities. I mean, not for I mean not, I'm not talking about the collection part. Of course, the collection part will be also will get some effect on there. But I mean, for the media part, I mean, we will not. We will not stay as just as a media. I mean, be somehow creating that hub that we want to create, with maybe both for the analytics, maybe both for the like hiring hub, or I mean the career hub, because as you know, as in Turkey, I say that this is the youngest community. So actually, we are working with nearly lots of the university. I mean, we connect with all of the university communities, the blockchain communities. So we also want to bridge between the development power and the our ecosystem in here for VAX. So we also want to establish that bridge as well. So this is some things that maybe we can see in the upcoming periods
Yeah, I love that
from our
idea, man.
side.
I love that idea. So yeah, I mean, you're basically saying that your vision goes far beyond what we're seeing here. That you intend to create even a hub for everything for developers to basically really grow out the ecosystem and grow your media empire, as it would be. I love to hear that, man. It sounds like you guys have a big vision, grand vision, which is key. You gotta shoot for the stars. You guys are gonna be a force to be reckoned with in the future when NFTs go where we all know they're gonna be going. I'm pretty sure everyone probably who's in this chat or who's watching now, like we all know that we've barely scratched the surface with NFTs, and so as this grows and as more developers come into space and more game studios come into space, we're all going to be growing.
Yes,
We're all going to be
exactly.
growing together, obviously. And so yeah, I feel like you guys are,
Yes,
are
of
putting
course.
yourself in a really good position. Um, so yeah, I like this idea about uh, where you guys are going with this. So yeah, while we're still on the specifics of this NFT project, is there anything else that you want to tell us about your specific project going forward here? I kind of scrolled through it quickly with regards to the descriptions of the NFTs, a little bit about the rewards. Is there anything I kind of missed? Is there anything I should click on here that we should take a look at? I clicked on this other perks of the NFTs, and I of course saw some of the partners here. I know you had talked about Splinterlands earlier, and of course I see the Our Planet Land, a mini Morvalis land pack, and I see a Nova Raleigh pack here, and I see that you're doing some kind of giveaways. Do you want to tell everyone about this giveaway that you guys are doing?
Actually, this one is the first drop that we hold. Actually, when we do a drop, I mean, we are also giving a ticket. I mean, we are just collecting the wallet that interact with our drop. So we also initiated some raffle earlier with our drops. So actually, the mini Borvalis is the one of the first raffle that we take earlier. So um, actually, we are. I don't know. We will keep these raffles anymore because we don't want to grab some value and just give that value to the just some specific person. I mean, we want to distribute to value to as much as people that we can distribute. So this is our idea. So so we want to take action according to that idea. So this is actually why we are searching with some solid grants that we invest and we use that investment as a holder benefit. So this is our main idea to bring the value to our holders. But I mean, maybe in the lately you didn't hear about much about the collection part because lately we are give much more importance to the media part because of course I mean in the local operation I mean uh, we need to do our operation as a media platform. I mean because um, um, NFT collection part is not much welcomed in the gaming ecosystem or the ecosystem that didn't know about our area. So we want to go with media, but we are working for our collection in the background. I mean, actually, we are collection. Our collection has some only as 7.5 thousand NFTs. So I believe this is also important because I mean each card is have much more value. I mean has much more value in terms of staking, right? I believe that each card is very juicy cards because of we don't have much more cards. I believe this is also important thing. I mean being a NFT collectible and having a small amount of card will give the each card become more valuable.
So let's take a look at this. Speaking of the value and your limited edition, why don't you tell us a little bit about these sales that are coming up, um, and talk about maybe what the quantities are. You were just kind of talking about the limited edition nature of these and that they're going to be somewhat low numbers. Um, can you tell us a little bit about these upcoming sales that we're looking at and what exactly exactly how many packs and how many NFTs are going to be released and if you know a price or a roundabout price that you're shooting for to for the sale?
For the upcoming sale, right? You are asking about the upcoming part.
Yes.
Actually, we are not revealed any information about the upcoming sales because the cars are ready, but the sale details is not decided yet because
Oh,
it
I
is
see.
actually all depends on how we back those NFTs. So we will think about that and we will announce, of course, in our Discord and in our socials. So I believe that people can use our cards. I mean, just keep those gods or goddess or the people and those NFTs in your wallet. I mean, and use the benefit that's coming in a period of time. I mean, of course, it's a slow burn. I mean, this is like at least 9 months that we collection revealed. I mean, they started, and I believe that. The holders will be holders have been gained very valuable things in those periods. I mean, in terms of passive income and all other stuff. I believe that um, keeping those cards and use those benefits will be the best option.
Awesome. So yeah, I see. It looks like you looks like you have the date announced of the 26th of June. So that's actually not that far away. It's only maybe a few weeks away. So obviously, for anybody who's interested, you'll have to keep a lookout on the NFT Horizon calendar, or keep up in the NFT Horizon Discord and be on the lookout for details of
Uh, Actually, it is the last year. I mean, it is a previous rows.
these drop. Oh,
Maybe
right, of course. Okay, so exact. Duh. Sorry, excuse me. I'm looking right at it. It's 2021. Okay, so I thought this was your upcoming drop. These are, of course, the sales that you've already done. Okay. Um,
yes, yes, yes.
I see.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
Actually,
Uh,
no problem. Actually, we want to give in a one place that's what we do in a year. Actually, I really hate to check all of the announcements and all of the other stuff in the other brands. So actually, we want to give in a single page what we do, which cards are revealed when, and for how much, and that kind of things just in a one place. So I mean, people can easily understand what will happen, what did happen in the earlier, and they can easily understand and be involved in the project. I believe this is important for the new entry.
cool. So I'll take a quick look at the tools here, and as we look at the other tools you have available on your website. So yeah, we're looking at the sale that already happened. So obviously shows I'm obviously out of the loop on this. But yeah, the collection looks great. So also one thing I wanted to give you a minute to advertise about is your services that you provide. I know
Yes.
you work as a media sort of company first, above and beyond your NFT project. So do you want to quickly tell people what sort of services you offer? I know you obviously do ads, and but you also have a full service sort of media suite. So if you want to take a minute and pitch pitch your media service.
Yes. So actually, we have actually just one service, and that service is a full service that we give. I mean, we try to do the all content we can do for the brands. So actually this is work as they can reach us, and we can give all the information about the content part, how we can do, what we can do, and all of the stuff, but only for the banner ads part, we have a separate application. So I mean, in the main page of our website, there's a tool section for the advertisement, so people can easily apply for that part via banner ads option. So we have an automated system. People can is it is in the advertise page, so people can track which day is open, so they can apply for the banner ads. Actually, this is the same thing in the, as we see earlier in the NFT blocks, I mean, they also use the some kind of same services. Of course, they are using the token as a payment method and a little more automated system. And this is something like that as well in here. You can check the dates and you can easily apply and you can easily pay for the small fee with the token or wax or other crypto.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I know you were telling me about a little bit about the services you guys are offering before. So yeah, I wanted to give you a minute to at least let everybody know
Yeah,
some of the services that you offer.
actually, yes, actually for the I mean for the advertisement part, actually we go like a cost centric approach. Actually, we are just working with the brands that I mean we don't want a burden for the brands in our ecosystem. So we just want the payment like that we cover our costs. I mean, so I believe this is also important in the earlier stage of our ecosystem. I mean, so and for the of course the indie part, I mean the indie developer or the indie team. I mean, of course, lots of indie team in here. I mean, the budget. If any team have some budget problem, I mean, for a year we give always a free service. I mean, of course, we are listing at least one event for each brand on our schedule for free. And this is also same in today. I mean, we always try to give as much as we can to the brands and the community.
Wow, that's awesome, man. That's great to hear. Uh, like I said right at the beginning, you guys are providing great service for not only even just the wax community, but I know you have plans to expand and for the entire NFT space. You guys are doing a great service. So yeah, we're really happy to have you part of the Wax family and as an Our Planet ambassador. Um, we of course are very thankful for the work you're doing to help promote our planet, but also for the entire wax community, of course.
Yes, thank you. We are really glad to be
Absolutely,
part of the both Art Planet system, ecosystem, and the whole Wax community.
absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Ulas. Now that we're coming up on an hour, I don't want to take too much more of your time, but I'll give you the floor for the last few minutes if you'd like to say anything else or close us out. If you'd like to, if we I don't know if we missed anything, but the floor is yours if you'd like to tell us anything that you
Uh,
feel like we might have missed.
Yes, I believe that for the brand parts, I mean the collaboration is important. I mean I believe that the ego or the other things, I believe that they should more focus on the making collaboration. I mean, especially for the Wax ecosystem. So especially for the media part as well, I believe that we also try to reach other media platform as well to just bring more beneficial things to our community. I believe that this is also important to making a collaboration on the brand side, uh, as much as always, or I mean for the marketplaces as well. So on the user part, I believe that um, the the brands that we interact with, I believe that users need to more. I believe if we focus more on the project that has a great team, I mean, really developing something that entertainment. I mean, uh, our ecosystem is grow more easily. I believe that we need to focus more solid project on our ecosystem like our planet. Uh, I believe that sometimes people get angry about the project that some click-based things, but if the users give much more interest to that kind of games, I believe the media is go that that road as well. So I believe that it starts with the community. I believe that so community is need to give much more interest to the brands that doing a great job. Thank you, boss.
You're welcome.
Glad to be.
I'll see you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.